Hi, fellow traders. How's everybody doing today? Another day, another struggle. And there's sometimes I got to ask myself this question. Do you have the stamina to last? Because you're going to go through some tough times. You're going to go through days like today, after going through a summer like we went through. I had 4 stocks on my watch this morning. If you were part of the live stream this morning, you saw we had 4 stocks on our watch. And 3 out of the 4 made solid moves. Made real good moves. One didn't. Guess which one I traded? You don't even have to guess anymore. But in order to get through times like this, you gotta have that stamina. You gotta have more than motivation. You gotta have more than inspiration. You gotta have that discipline. You gotta have that patience. What I've been trying to instill in you guys. You gotta have that dedication. If you're gonna endure, you gotta have all of that stuff. You need to be able to go through some hard times, take some hard knocks, go through some drawdowns, and not let that defeat you. Because, guys, this isn't a sprint. This is a marathon. This is not the type industry. It's not the type career choice that you can, just BS your way through. You're gonna have to give it your all, and you're gonna have to have that stamina. So let's take a look at my crazy day today. So I traded IQ, and IQ was a relatively decent setup. But if I go back and look at this thing, it was a little bit crazy. Here's the opening candle right here, huge volume, and this is what drew me to this stock. First because of the volume that came in. But look at that candle. So I was like, okay, I'll wait until this thing kind of settles in. And, I probably should have been in up here. If you think about it, that's probably where I should have gotten in. But, I didn't. I waited until we got down to this level here. And, was going to clear this. And I was looking for, it to push through the pre-market low that it set over here. And it was pretty much right on the pre-market low and the actual opening range low. But when you get a wick like this, I always defer back to the body. So this was actually, the opening range low that I could have based this trade off of. And, at the time, I really didn't see this. And it wasn't until I did my reflection after I was looking at this trade and realized, hey, this really wasn't the stock I needed to be in. There were 3 other stocks. Well, Facebook didn't really open up that well, but there were 2 other stocks that gave me better looks than this. And, shouldn't have really been caught up in this. So this was kind of my mistake, as I look at it now. And then, I felt that, okay, this stock I really feel is going to sell off. And once we went up here and tested, we made a lower high. We couldn't push the pre-market highs here. And I got in under this level here. And it just didn't sell off. I just held on to it. It just wasn't anything going on. So I just held on to it. This is something I did at lunch. And it just didn't do anything. So I ended up having to take it off here. Practically a scratch trade. I held it for, I don't know how many hours. 4 hours, 5 hours. Let's see, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. And lost 2 cents on it. That's just how silly and pathetic this trade was. But it's a mistake I made. I'll file this away. So the next time we come up with something like this, I'll know. Don't, even though this thing shows to have the largest potential, it probably is not clean, and you need to walk away from it. So that was my day on this one. Minus 185.62. So that's 2 red days in a row in the small account. So hopefully those are the only 2 red days I'm going to have. Thursday and Friday, I'm looking for some pretty decent days. So YNDX, this was another one. Here's an opening range high. And nice move. Nice opening range breakout. Real clean trade. We had some members to take it. A lot of people have learned the opening range. They don't follow the trades of the stocks I'm in. They do their own thing. And that's what I want them to do. That's what I teach people to do. Because you may follow me. I may jump off a cliff. You may not want to do that. So, taking the watch list, looking at the scans, finding their own, niche, finding stocks that meet their criteria, and then they go after it. And, I love seeing it every morning. So YNDX was good. CLVS, another one. Here's this morning. Now, this one put in a wicked candle here. But here, this is where we base the 5-minute opening range off of. The body right here. So great. If you entered here, great entry. A nice move down. Actually, kind of stair step down, and it kind of sold off pretty much all day. Didn't make too big of a move, but would have been a really nice trade.
You've got mail.
And there were some people in chat that took this trade. I don't have Facebook's chart, but Facebook made a monster move later in the day. After the open. And I just wasn't engaged. I wasn't in the right place at the right time, and just missed some monster moves. But that's trading. You're not going to be in the right place in the right time all the time. The best you can do is put yourself on the playing field. Some plays you're going to catch, some plays you aren't. You can't let that get to you. You just got to keep driving on. That's where that stamina that I was talking about comes in. You just got to keep driving on. All right, so later in the day, I was waiting on the market to roll over. It looked like we might start here, but it got bought right back up. One of those patented, one candle buybacks. And it was just grinding up. But the price action was starting to slow down. So I felt a rollover was imminent. The only problem is, again, this thing sets up while I'm on the road. And I wasn't able to catch the whole move, but I was able to catch some of this in TVIX. So just like clockwork, just like I've been talking about for, since like 1:30 or 2 o'clock, what I've been waiting on this market to do. Because I felt when it rolled over, we were going to have a nice volatile move, and I was looking for it to get to the 200 right here. So really, really nice. And then here's the trade on TVIX. Now, this didn't move as clean as it should have, but, was able to make some money off of this. Never did, make it up to where I wanted it to, like to the 100. Could not make it up there. So I ended up having to cover it. But, decent 381.32. So it was a pretty decent hit on this. So what a day. That's all I can say. You know, I just persevered through. Didn't end the day red, which is good. But, you know, trying to systematically give back the money I made on Monday in this small account. And that's not what I want to do. So I've got Thursday and Friday to kind of redeem myself. And, you know, we're going to be working hard to make that happen. So also, I am going to share with you guys the weekly webinar that we did today. I'm going to post a link in the description here on this video so you guys can check it out. You know, we talked about some things that I feel are really, really important. So I'll throw that out there for you guys to take a look at. So you'll have a couple of days before the password protection kicks in. So take a look out for that. All right, guys. So take it easy. Have a great night, great evening, and I'll see you first thing in the morning. We'll be getting right back at it.